welcome to week 3 of our fun summertime activities. And today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a bubble lamp in a bag. Sounds very simple. It's pretty cool. Back in the day when I was in college and perhaps even before then, there was something that was quite popular. It was called a lava lamp. It's kind of this oblong shaped lamp that you would plug in and heat up, and inside the lamp there was this kind of mysterious looking solution that as it heated it would start to move up and down the bottle, and as it dripped it looked almost like lava dripping out of a volcano. It was really pretty cool. At least we thought they were back then. So I'm going to show you today how to recreate something like that. So again, it's called a bubble lamp in a bag. So this is what it looks like, and this is the glow-in-the-dark version. So we're going to attempt to do that today. It's not terribly dark in here, so I'm not sure just how well that's going to work, but I thought we'd give it a try. So if we have enough time and materials, we'll try doing one without the fluorescent material inside. So in order to do this, we need a Ziploc bag. Let me just put this down so I can see. We need a half cup of water, and I'm not going to move it. It's right here. And I've already, I don't know if you can see it in there, but I've already gotten some fluorescent coloring in the water. If you decide not to do that and you're just going to do it a regular way, you would need some food coloring. So I have some purple and some blue. You need a cup and a half of oil, and this is baby oil, which I like because it's clear, so it doesn't impact the color of your lava lamp. So the other thing that you need, and this is kind of like the magic of the whole thing, are some of these little antacid tablets. And there's, when I open this, and actually I can do that right now, I'll open it and show you what's inside. It's 2 round white discs. They look like this. And if you have a tummy ache or something and you need it to be settled, these are actually very good. They don't taste great, but they actually work pretty well. And the way that they work is they neutralize the acid, because sometimes it's that acid bubbling around in your tummy that makes you not feel so well. So we're going to use just one of these at a time because it will cause quite a reaction to cause our bubble lamp to move. So let's get started. First thing I want to do, again, as I said, here's my bag. Here's my 1.5 cup measure. So let's put the, I'll just put the hole in here this way, quicker and easier. 1.5 cups of oil in here. Like maybe we might get to make 2. So I'm going to, and on the back it says, we're going to add the water to the bag. So again, oh, and let me show you how I made my fluorescent water. So for the glow in the dark, what I did was I took a fluorescent Sharpie. It's actually called a highlighter. I took a piece of dry paper towel. This is the one that I used, so now it's a little damp. This size, and all I did was I put it down, and I took my Sharpie and I just made little lines on it, like that. Trying to get as much of the ink from the Sharpie onto the paper towel as I could. And you can see, I've used this one now quite a bit, so a lot of it is gone. Looks like that. And then what you do is you take this and you put it down in your water and you dip it to try to get as much of that fluorescent color off the paper towel into the water. So that's that. Squeeze out the extra water. So that's what I did to create this. And when I did it, which is why I did it ahead of time, I took a few minutes and covered the whole paper towel. And actually you can see a lot of it did indeed come out. So that's good. So that's that. So now I have my fluorescent blue water, which I'm going to carefully add to the bag. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Then the next step is to pour my 1.5 cups that I've pre-measured of oil into the bag and watch what happens. Oh, it's making some bubbles already. And it's looking like it mixes together. But as you can see, it did not mix. And this is a good way to show what's a little bit heavier is that oil sitting there on the top. You can tell because it's clear and all the water that was blue is on the bottom. Let's put that over here. Ooh, this smells very nice. Okay, so then it says to firmly close the bag. And I can't stress that strongly enough. Close that bag tightly. Put this cover on here. Okay? We can mix it around, but you can see that's not going to really make much difference. The water is indeed going to stay on the bottom. And if you let it sit for a minute, all those bubbles that we've created by moving it around will indeed disperse. They'll burst. So there's our bag. We can leave it like that. Now, as I said, you only want to put in one of these at a time because once we add it to this oil and water, something pretty magical is going to happen. Now, you can see the oil and water did not mix. The water is staying on the bottom. So, what we want to do is get that moving. So we're going to add this. And inside this tablet, there are two substances. One is an acid called citric acid, and the other one is a base called sodium bicarbonate. And why doesn't it fizz around inside the little packet? How is it that they can ship them like this and sell them to you like this? Well, right now they're in a dry state. They need a catalyst. They need something that you add to this tablet to make the process happen. So the catalyst we're going to use, and it's actually already in there, is the water. The water will dissolve the tablet and allow both the acid and the base to work together. You will see what's going to happen. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll break it in half. So I'm just going to put in one piece at a time, and then I'll add the other one. Okay, you ready? This is a really well sealed bag. I did my job well. Okay, we dropped it in. It's going to start to bubble and bubble. You can see what's happening is though that reaction is causing the water, the colored water, to form bubbles, and the bubbles are surrounded by this citric acid and sodium bicarbonate solution, and they start to move around. Look at how cool that is. It is really pretty fascinating to watch that. I'll put the other half in just because I know I can. And this reaction will last a few minutes. Oh, there it goes again. Really cool to watch. Give it a good seal. You drop this bag. Oil and water is not a fun substance to clean up. Can you see what's happening there? It is really good. And I can hear it too. There's a lot of fizzing going around. So that is what that looks like. Now, I happen to have a black light here, which they very interestingly painted black. So we're going to shine this on here, and if the room were dark enough, these little bubbles of citric acid and sodium bicarbonate water would actually glow. I don't know, is it happening? A little bit. I can see it on my end. I don't know if you can tell. Again, unfortunately, it's not quite dark enough in here, but it is really very cool. And there it is. Oh, can you see it? It's actually glowing. Making it an interesting color of blue-green. I was thinking, let's see what happens if we add some of our blue food coloring to this water to make that blue even a little bit darker. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 drops. Put extra in there. Okay. So now we've added a little bit of extra food coloring to the bag to make that color a little darker. I was thinking this might make the glow light work a little better. Put this back on. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's also add our other antacid tablet. Okay, drop that in. Seal the bag. Oh, there it goes again. What do you think? Can you see it a little bit better now? Moving around it. Oh, it's so cool. And the cool thing is, after a while, as I said, the oh, that does really shine blue. That's so cool. The fizzing action will stop. The acid and the base will totally mix together and become neutralized, which means they'll no longer react. But the good news is, if you've gotten a package of these, you can keep trying it, because all you need to do is add in another tablet. There we go. I love it when it first starts. Can you see it? It makes it almost looks, it does look just like a volcano in there. Erupting in that bag. It's so cool. Now, as I mentioned, I was hoping we'd have enough, leave that over there, to try it again. And this time I thought, let's try it. This is almost the shape that the lava lamps used to come in. So I think we're going to try it again. Again, I have my half cup of water. And this time I think, just because I can, I'm going to make it a different color. Here's some purple food coloring. Put a few drops in there. This is actually, this stuff is wonderful. It's called liquid watercolor. And it gives you these really nice, vibrant colors. So, let's see if I can do this without spilling it too much. We're going to pour the purple water in here. And I'm noticing something already. That's a really pretty purple color, but it's a good old school message. If a little is good, a lot is better. Let's add in a little bit more color. Give that a nice dark color so you can really see it. Just my hands aren't quite colorful enough, so okay, so I'll mix that up a little bit. Do you remember the next ingredient? Yep, our oil. So let's add another 1.5 cups of oil to this. Okay. Very carefully add that in. Again, you can see that bubbling around in there. Not much is happening. Well, that oil is going to sit on the top, and the two will not mix together. Okay. Oil and water. Looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Pack it. Get our acid and base tablets. And again, do you remember what you call it? The catalyst. Just going to make these work their magic. And it's the liquid that's in here, the water in here, that's going to react with the acid. Citric acid that's in here, and the base, the sodium bicarbonate, and let's see what happens. Oh man, this one I really like it in the bottle. The bag is nice because it's so handy, because most people have them, but man, looks very cool. Let's add the other half. It is bubbling around in there. This time, interestingly enough, it's making a lot of little bubbles. Still very cool. Oh, there it goes. Oh my. Can you see it? Moving around in there. like the purple color. It's really pretty. This one is making, as I said, it's interesting. I wonder what the difference is. This time it's lots and lots of little tiny bubbles. So the reaction in the bag, I think, was a little more interesting than it is in here. Let's try it one more time. But you certainly can see it really well from here. Let's do them both at the same time. Outside of this bag's a little bit slippery in the bottle. Okay, so let's put these two in here. That way you'll get to see the difference. Let's do them there. There they go. Oh my. That one is really going to town. Can you see it? Yikes. And this one. This one, I think this one, actually, as I said, I think I kind of like this one better because you really get the visual of that material moving around and looking like a lava flow bubbling up out of the ground. Very cool. Ooh, this bag's getting really full. Let's let a little bit out of there. All right. That was a little bit of kitchen chemistry this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed it. It's always fun to spend some time with you and do some cool stuff. So good luck with this. Hopefully you have some of these ingredients around your home, and this was just purchased at the grocery store. Some antacid tablets. Doesn't necessarily need to be a name brand. It can be any type. They all work just as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know how it works out for you. Take care, everybody. Stay healthy.